Hey everybody, how you doing today? Hopefully your week has been well, and I want to give you a couple words of encouragement to help you push through and persevere throughout the remainder of the week and end on a good note. And this is my Motivational Minute. I do have this YouTube channel. It is underneath my name, Aaron Lassiter, and I would like for you all to like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, and comment on the post because I want to be able to influence everyone and allow us to reach out to levels in life. Here's the quote. First, know your worth. Second, control your emotions. And third, never settle. So let's talk about these 1, 2, 3 things of essential living. So first, know your worth. Know how great you are. Know what you can do. Control your narrative. Some people may put a value on you that's going to try to be somewhat demeaning, right? Make sure that you understand who you are and where you want to go. No one can tell you how little you should be thinking about yourself. I want you to know and you to understand that you need to grow and you need to manifest and you need to be great. You need to understand how strong and great you are as an individual. Know the value that you bring in every and all situations. I'm starting to understand a little bit myself just because sometimes I don't know my own value. Sometimes I fall into paths where I undervalue myself. I don't give myself credit for the things that I'm doing. I don't give myself credit and acknowledgement for the path that I've taken in life. I've been able to accomplish a lot. And sometimes I'm not able to, and I don't like to be braggadocious, and I don't like to brag, but there are some things that I am proud of that I've been able to do. So understand and know your worth. Don't be cocky, be confident in the worth that you are. Secondly, be able to control your emotions. You can't just go around walking around angry and frustrated and have all this anxiety and just be, just lashing out on individuals at all times. That's not smart. It's not smart in business and it's not smart in life. You have to make sure that you control your emotions. Things make me upset as much as they make everybody else upset. But I'm able to control my emotions a little bit more than other people just because I understand that I won't give certain things power. Yet you're trying to sometimes, I'm not saying you particularly, but I'm saying in general, we sometimes tend to get bogged down with certain things in life, but we gotta make sure that we allow ourselves to be able to control our emotions, hone in on that positivity, lean on that motivation so that way we can continue to go. But again, you have to control those emotions. Now, when I was younger, I wasn't always able to control my emotions. I wore my heart a whole lot on my sleeve. I don't do that as much now because I've learned a little bit more to control some emotions that I have. I may not be happy with the situations that are going on. I may have to have tough conversations. But what I know that I need to do is I need to make sure that I'm controlling my emotions and I understand that what I may think in my brain, I have to be able to control it and be able to say something in a way where it's not going to be under any anger, under any torment, under any despair. I need to be able to speak clearly on what it is that I need to do and that I want to happen. So that way my path is clear. Because the last thing that you will want to do is go forth and just make sure that you go right off, wear your emotions on your sleeve, and you just start doing things, and you say, well, that's how I feel. That's just the way I am. No, you can be able to control those emotions and move strategically so that way you can attain the things that you want. You can get the results that you want. You don't always want to have beef. You don't always want to have discussions. You don't always want to have disruptions in life. But you got to be able to control your emotions. The emotions is what helps you be able to gather yourself and again, to know your worth. You control those emotions, you know your worth, and of course, it comes to number 3, the most essential part of all of this. You never settle. Never settle for anybody that's trying to shortchange you. Never settle for the things that people may put on you. Okay, so just because somebody else may have had a barrier doesn't mean that you have that same barrier in life. And I know I talk about this often, but I want to make sure that I stress the fact that you don't need to settle for things from what other people did. Just because they may not have been able to do it doesn't mean that you're not able to do it. You need to keep moving. You need to keep growing. You need to keep manifesting things in your life so that way you can get to where you want to get to. Because at the end of the day, you never allow something to stop you or slow you down or bog you down from being great. I want you to know that I want to be great, and I want everybody around me to be as great as I am, or even better, because I'm not a hater. I don't want to see myself win and then other people lose. Or I don't get upset when I see other people win and I'm just at a stagnant place right now, because I know that blessings flow. And what I mean by that is, if great things are happening for other people and I pump them up and I cheer them on and I'm able to know my worth, I'm able to know that just because it happened to them means that it could possibly happen with me. I just need to know what I know and who I am, so that way I know my worth, and knowing that things are going to happen the way that I want them to. I control my emotions, saying that even if I get a little upset, even sometimes I get a little impatient, I need to be able to control these things, because I don't need to lash out on anybody else just because my dreams didn't happen just yet. They're going to happen in due time. I understand it, and I want you to understand that. And then lastly, again, I'm never going to settle. I'm never going to settle and just rest on my laurels, just saying, okay, well, this is as great as I can be. This is as much that I can do. I can't do anything else, because I know that greatness is within me. So I'm never going to settle. I'm going to control my emotions, and I know my worth. I can do 1, 2, 3. I can do 3, 2, 1. But I want you to understand that these 3 factors are very important in you growing and you becoming exactly where you want to be. Again, this right here is my motivational minute. And again, I would like for you all to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And at the end of the day, know your worth. Know the value that you bring in any setting and the value that you are to everyone around you. You have to know those things and know your worth. And again, like some people say, you add tax to that, because you need to know where you want to be and what you want to do. Control your emotions. Number 2, control those things that where sometimes you may want to be frustrated, angry, depressed, sad, just because obstacles may come up. You control those emotions. You know your worth. You control those things, and you have complete control over how you act towards others and how you treat yourself while things may not be going according to plan. You have total control with that. And again, you can't forget number 3. You never settle. Don't settle for less than your worth. Again, I'm going from 3 to 2 to 1 and 1 to 2 to 3. You never settle on these little things, and you never settle on just saying, okay, I can just only get here. No, you can grow, you can manifest, and you can win. You just must keep striving towards greatness and knowing that things are going to happen in the long run. So this week, know and understand that your worth is important. Your emotions, how you control them, are important. And that you never settle in life. You never settle compared to what other people are. You know where you want to go. You know what you want to be. You move forward with this, and I'll see you on the other side of your greatness. I'll see you next week.